Hello everyone, a bit of a different video I'm going to try today. Now, a few days ago I was asked to watch the first episode of an anime that is currently being aired in Japan by two good friends of mine over YouTube, Be the Trivial Critic and of course Genie. Now, the episode in question of course is the anime adaptation to the PlayStation 2 game Persona 4, which obviously I have a copy of, played it, enjoyed it. Good game, really. Like, it's a JRPG mixed with sim type gameplay. It's really good. So anyway, I watched this first episode. They didn't ask me to make a video about it. I thought I'll do a video and I could probably explain my points a lot better. So anyway, watch the first episode. What did I think of it? I'm not going to get into a detailed review or anything like that. But for starters, the animation I thought was horrible. It looked fake. I know that's not really helpful. That's the only way I can describe it. It looked fake. What I mean is, it looked like they were trying to go and make the series into 3D, but for whatever reason they stopped and they decided to keep it as 2D. But the concept of it being in 3D is still there. Maybe the series is in 3D and I just don't know. I haven't actually taken a look into the anime series itself, and I'm just going off from what I saw of this first episode. But it looks horrible. They tried to bring in the CG and the actual regular animation in itself and bring it together, and it didn't work. Now, this can be done. I mean, it's done in Summer Wars, it's done in Gundam 00, it's done in Gundam Unicorn, it's done in The Girl Who Leapt Through Time, it's done in Death Note. So this type of CG and animation crossover can be done, and it can come together quite nicely. But in Persona 4 it doesn't. It looks fake. I'm sorry, that's the only word I can use to describe it. It looks fake. It looks horrible. The music, it's the soundtrack from the game, which was good. Now, I haven't played this game in a long time, so maybe I'm just remembering it differently, but the music did sound slightly different. It didn't sound completely remade, revamped, redone, whatever. But maybe I am remembering. Maybe I am just forgetting the music. But the music from the game was in there, and if it is changed, it's not completely altered, which was good. Did enjoy that. Okay, so as for the story, well, this episode, it's 20-25 minutes long, and it's trying to cover the first 3 or 4 hours of this game. And if you played the Persona 4 game, you'll know the 3 or 4 hours isn't actually gameplay, it's story. The only time you get to control your character, I think, is when you're in your house one night and you've got the option to either talk to the 2 NPCs there, save, or go upstairs and go to bed to start the event of the next day. You can't leave your house or anything. You can't even open your menu, your in-game menu. So literally the first 3 or 4 hours of this game is story, and they've tried to cram it all into this 25-minute episode anime. And I don't need to say this, I shouldn't, but that means a lot of the character introductions are gone. A lot of the starting of the story plot isn't there. The character development, the interactions, it's gone. This is why I really don't like anime adaptations based on games, because they can't do it right. I mean, a lot of them can't do it right. I mean, there's the odd exception like Street Fighter 2, the animated movie, or Fatal Fury, the motion picture. But when it comes to, I should say, actual anime series, that would have probably been better. I don't like an anime series that's adapted from a game, because I haven't found one that works yet. Pokemon would probably be the closest, and actually by the time the Pokemon anime came out, I'd actually outgrown a lot of that stuff, so I didn't bother watching it. The Devil May Cry anime I didn't like, but at least it had the right idea of placing the anime in between. I think it's the first and the fourth game. Correct me if I'm wrong on that. I don't actually exactly know the Devil May Cry timeline of where the anime is placed. I think it's the first and the fourth game, but it is in between the games. That was a good idea. But with the Persona 4 anime, from what I've seen of the first episode, it's going to be, you know, pretty much the story that was in the game itself, but it's only going to skim the surface, and I don't think it's going to work. I truly do not think it's going to work. Maybe it'll get to the halfway point in the anime and it'll, you know, go down a completely different path and doing finish off the series a completely different way from the way the story finishes in the game. I don't know. If they did that, that would actually probably be a good thing, because at least it'll, you know, keep the anime fresh. But from what I've seen in that first episode, it's going to be, you know, the story is going to be exactly as it is in the game, but there's going to be so much taken out of it. A lot of the filler stuff will be taken out, which, you know, the way the filler stuff was handled in Persona 4 was good, because it was so, you know, the way the characters came together, it was really good. I actually enjoyed it. But from what I can tell in that first episode, yeah, I mean, they thought that they tried to cram 3 or 4 hours worth of story into a 25-minute episode anime. Yeah, I don't think this anime is going to work. Now, Jeannie asked the question, should she play the game first? My answer would be yes. And, well, this is going to be a bit hard to explain. Okay, let's say you play the game first. You know, you're going to get the full story, you're going to get the full character development, character interactions, introductions, you know, blah blah blah. You're going to get the most if you play this game first. And then if you go into the anime, you know, that's fine. I'm probably not going to bother with the anime, but if you go into the anime, at least you've played the game first, so you're not going to be missing out on anything. And you can just watch the anime. I mean, you'll know what happens, unless it does get to the halfway point and, you know, takes a completely different route in the story from what the game is. You know how it ends and that. But you would have played the game first, so you'll probably get the most enjoyment out of it. Now, if you play the anime first, all you're doing is getting, you know, the most briefest details from what was in the game, and you're going to get to the end of the anime and you're going to know how the story ends. I mean, the Persona 4 story, it's like a murder mystery and it's got a few twists and surprises along the way. But if the anime is staying in touch with the game all the way through and you watch that anime first, but when you get to the end of the anime, you're going to know everything. You're going to know who the killer is. You're going to know what exactly was going on. I hate school holidays. And yeah, and then if you go back and play the game, yeah, you get the rest of the character development and you'll see how deep and detailed this was in comparison with the anime. But you will know how the story ends, so you're not going to get as much fun from the game as if you would have if you played it before watching the anime. So, you know, I'm going to say this, not yes. Anyone who wants to watch the Persona 4 anime and wondering if they should play the game first, my personal answer is yes. Play the game first, and if you want to go and watch the anime, go and watch the anime, but you're going to get the most out of the Persona 4 universe by playing the game first. I don't think I'm going to watch this Persona 4 anime. I think it's going to fail. I don't think it would even appeal to the Persona 4 fans, because they would have played the game and they're going to watch the anime, and if it's from the first episode, the first episode is anything to go by. It's just going to be a light, very, very light details of what was in the game throughout the entire series, which, you know, is alright, I guess, but I honestly do not see the point of this anime series from just this first episode. Again, maybe they'll get to the halfway point and they'll decide to change the last half of the story. I don't know. That would probably be the best thing they could do. That would make this anime decent, halfway decent. I mean, again, the animation I think is horrible, but then if I watch the series and I get into it, it might grow on me. Then again, I don't know if I'm going to bother with the series. We'll have to see what happens with that. But yeah, play the game first. That way, even if the anime, you know, doesn't change and it stays exactly to the event of the game. You're going to get more out of Persona 4 by playing the game first. Play the game first. Don't start with the anime. You're just going to be disappointed. And yeah, you could play the game and go and watch the anime and you'd be disappointed with the anime, but because you played the game first and you've got the most out of it beforehand, you know, it's not going to be as bad. Anyway, that's my thoughts on the Persona 4 anime. I don't think it's going to work. Stick to the game or play the game first and then go into the anime. Either way, yeah, the game's the way to go. I've never really liked bloody anime adaptations of games anyway. I haven't found one that's worked successfully as a series. The movies like Street Fighter, Fatal Fury, they're fine. Tekken motion picture was bloody crap though. But well, I did this off the top of my head, so sorry if I rambled on a bit. I hope that's helped some people, and you know, I'm more than happy to answer any questions, so please feel free to ask and I'll answer them the best way I can. I don't actually know what more I can say about it. Stick to the game. Stick to the game. You're going to get more enjoyment from the Persona 4 story by playing the game. And yeah, if you want to watch the anime, play the game first. That's it, really. Well, thank you for watching. This is Deantay, signing off.